Hey guys, today in the shop we have a 2011 Toyota Venza. The client previously replaced the valve body and also the transmission module. He said everything was fine. He drove the car for 2 weeks and after that he got some lights on. Let's see what we got. The car starts and everything, and I started and I'm like, there are no lights on the dash. Actually, they're right over here. We got the check engine light, traction. We got our scanner connected. I did a full scan on the car. We have one active code in the engine. It says lost communication with the transmission module. Okay. Next up, ABS codes. We got 3 codes. 2 codes for the communication, the U codes. And then the ABS is also blaming the engine because we have a code in the engine. Some history codes in the cluster, in the body. Lost communication with the ECM. Maybe someone disconnected it before, but that's history. So the main issue seems to be the communication problem with the transmission module. And if we scroll down, search for the transmission, we also were not able to connect to the transmission. No response. First things first, we pulled up the transmission diagram. Here's our transmission module, and we have one fuse that gives voltage to the module and a second one as well. So we have 2 fuses that we need to check first for voltage. On ignition on, we have our EFI main fuse. 12 volts on both sides. And then we also have our EFI 1 fuse right over here. Also 12 volts. So the fuses are good. Fuses are good. Luckily, it's not too hard to reach the connector to the transmission. So it's literally right over here. Here's the transmission module and here's our connector. Now we're gonna go pull up the diagram for the pins to make sure that we're checking the values correctly. Found the image of the pins inside the TCM. Now that we know the numbers, we will be able to check the voltages correctly. Let's check our power and grounds. We got plus 2 grounds, and then another plus. So that's all correct. So we have our positive and grounds. Now that we got the pluses and the grounds out of the way, we also have our 2 can lines. Let's check those. We have a problem with the can line. I have it on the white wire, which is the can minus. No value there. And then nearby is the red wire, which is the can plus. It's on the can plus. And we have full on 12 volts. That's a problem. As you can see on this diagram, it just shows the can lines going to like computer data lines. I pulled up another diagram. Looks like this whole can line is only linked from the ECM, engine control module, to the transmission module. Okay guys, looks like we found the problem. The ignition is off right now. This is our value with the ignition off. It's right now connected to that red can line. Here's our ECM. Let's disconnect this connector. As soon as I disconnect it, we have nothing on the line. And if we look inside at the pins, we have at least 1 bent pin. It looks like it's touching 2 other pins. So it looks like that's literally the problem. We straightened out the pin. We were able to straighten it out. We're not going to touch it anymore. It should be fine. With the ECM connected, we already see a difference. It was like 0.2, now we have 0.4. So that's a small change. Now here it is with the ignition on. On the red line, we have 3.1 right now. Let's check nearby the white can line. We have 1.6. That's more like it. This proves that someone disconnected that module and then plugged it back in, but when plugging it in, bent one of the pins, causing this communication problem. The car drives now fine. We don't have any lights on the dash. So basically that's it. We're going to give back the car. That's it for this video. Stay tuned for more.